Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another beauty look. So if you want to see how I did this look, then make sure you keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you get notified when next time I put up a video. See you next time. Peace. Hey you guys, we're back. So now I'm just going in with my spoolie just to brush out those bushy brows. I need to get them done. And I'm just gonna go in with a regular brown pencil. Don't laugh at how small my pencil is, you guys. I just ordered some dip brow so that I can try that for the first time. But until then, we're gonna go with my itty bitty pencil, okay? And I always start off at the end, filling the end of my brow. It always is a tad darker than the rest of my brow. So I'm just gonna fill it in and then start with a line up under, and then I'm gonna go in with my line at the top just to sculpt out how I want my brows to look. And then once I finish filling in the end, I'm going to fill in the top. Now I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Concealer and Toffee to clean up the shape of the brows. You know, get them in order, Now we're going to go in with the Wet n Wild Concealer in the shade 809. It's a natural. And we're going to apply that to my eyelids so that when I start to put on my eyeshadow, that color be popping, popping, popping. Now I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender just to matte out that concealer so when I put on my eyeshadow, it will not be muddy looking. We're going to go into, I'm going to be using the Box of Crayon palette and What the Blush palette by Super. I couldn't think of what I wanted to say, you guys. Now we're going to go into the Box of Crayons and go into that tan color and use that as my transition color on the eyes. Now we're going to go into What the Blush palette And we're gonna go into that chocolate color. Hot chocolate. I mean, it was called hot cocoa. I'm sorry, hot cocoa color. And add it into the crease of my eye. And then we're gonna blend that out. Extra good. Blend it out, blend it out. Now we're going to go back into that Wet n Wild concealer so we can cut crease. We're going to use the tail end of that brush, the skinny part. You can see my fold where I was pointing. I always go over the fold. And we're going to create a little funky tail with this cut crease. Now that we're done creating that cut crease, we're going to go back into the Watch Me Blush palette. And we're going to go into that cranberry color and start this cut crease off right. So I'm going to start by patting in. I go over multiple times just because when I first put it on, it is kind of pink. And I don't want it that pink color. I want it a little bit deeper red. So I just go in multiple times to get it to the color I wanted to get it to. Then after that, we're going to go into the same palette, but we're going to go into a different shade. We're going to go into that. My brain is farting, you guys. Cobbler. There we go. And go into the Cobbler shade and put that at the inner of my eye. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to also blend together that cranberry and the Cobbler color just so it is a good little transition on that. See, I took a clean brush to do this. And I just keep going over it just to get it to where I want it to be. And after I do this step, I'm going to go into that same palette and we're going to go into, excuse me, I'm going to go into that tangerine color to put at the tail of my eye. And as you can see, I start by blending in the two colors, that cranberry and the tangerine color, so that it can all just melt in together, so it's a more cohesive look. This is my first time actually trying to do something different as far as my cut crease at a different angle. So it actually turned out pretty good, surprisingly. It turned out pretty good. I know next time I attempt this, I'm going to use a different technique, but for the most part, it worked. And I'm going to go back into that hot chocolate color just to give a deeper shadow behind that cut crease. Now we're going to use a black liner. I love this liner. It goes on so good. I'm going to start off with a straight line. Now the key to doing a good liner, a good liner, is to give an illusion of a straight line. So I try to get that top line as straight as I possibly can. I don't too much worry about the bottom of the cat eye, just because when I go in with my concealer, I clean it up anyway. So I can clean it up as straight as I can with the concealer. But the top, you want to attempt to get it as straight as possible so it gives an illusion of something that's extra sharp. But I love this eyeliner just because, well, I love the tip of it because it just goes on extra smooth. As you can see now, I'm trying to get that top line straight. So like I said, just get that part A1 and you got it. Here I'm going to apply my lashes using the Strip Lash adhesive. When I first used this glue, I didn't like it. I used it wrong. I think I didn't allow it to dry a little bit just so it can become tacky. So if you use this product or like Duo or something, make sure you give it a second to dry. So when you apply it, it gets tacky and it's not extra wet and moving around. So I apply it with ease. I use my tweezers. I actually just ordered the actual lash tweezers, the ones that shape like the lashes. I think those probably be a bit more easier to use than the tweezers, but nonetheless I use them and it gets the job done. After I finish my lashes, I'm going to go into my Bare Minerals foundation, in the color Cappuccino number 27. You should see I was struggling with my foundation because I kept turning it and it wasn't opening because I was turning it the wrong way clearly. But I go in with a couple dots and just put it all over my face. We're gonna speed this up because you guys know how to apply foundation, right? And then we're gonna go into my Bare Minerals, my powder, just because my skin has been extremely oily lately. So I'm just gonna go into my spots that I get oily really fast. Now it does not prevent me from getting oily, it just prolongs the time before I get oily. So now we're gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer and highlight. And I think I might try a different shade of this concealer just to see the difference. I don't know, sometimes when I use it, I am a little brighter than I want to be. So I'm probably going to attempt to use a different shade. I know they have on Amazon the box that comes in all the shades of the LA Girl concealer. So I'm definitely going to get that next time around. So I'm just concealing all the spots I want to be popping when I put on my bronzer. And we're going to go into that box of crayons palette and use that brown to contour. After I do all the blending in of the concealer and that contour, I'm going to go into my Banana Dreams loose powder and I'm going to set where I put my concealer at to highlight. Now, I put it on, but I don't leave it on for a long amount of time just because I don't want to look extra ashy. I'm still trying to master the technique of putting on this loose powder. Because, honey, when I tell you, I be making a big mess. You see how much I'm using? I know darn well we're not supposed to use this much, but I'm still learning as so you guys. So bear with me. One day we're going to look back at these videos and be like, girl, what was you doing? What were you doing? So I'm just brushing it away now with a regular little brush. I don't even know what the name of these brushes are. I should probably learn them, huh? And I'm just brushing them away. You see how still I look kind of ashy? I don't like that. So we're going to learn how to use this loose powder. So now we're going to go in with some bronzer. I love this bronzer. I don't even know what the name of it is anymore because the glass piece came out of it. But you see how shiny it is? It's just popping off that light. I'm just adding into the spaces where I highlighted it. Then I'm going to go in with a brush to blend it out and spread it out a little bit. We got to share the wealth, share the wealth. Now we're going to go in with a black liner to apply it to my bottom lash line. Excuse me, you guys. I am doing this voiceover as it's time for me to get ready to lay down before I go to work. So bear with me. So after I apply that, I'm going to go back into the Box of Crayons palette and use that tan so I can apply the shadow to the bottom lash line. After I go into the Box of Crayon palettes, I'm going to go into the Watch Me Blush palette and add those same colors that I used in my eye up under my bottom lash line. Now we're about to start on these lovely lips, and I'm going to be using the pencils from the crayon case by Supa again. And I'm going to be using the shade Nudist to line my lips. And I'm going to use a regular pink lip gloss and go in to ombre just a little bit with a red lip gloss, and that one's by NYX. And that is it, you guys. I tangled my braid up into a knot, but that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you can get notified when I post another video. See you guys later. Peace.